So I'm going to be doing quite a few videos just because I have a lot to say right now. Um, it was a good productive video with Chris Howe this morning, a good interview time. Um, Hopefully we get real soon to finish up part two and talk some more about some things. But um, I've got something else that's personal to me that I want to talk about. Number one, I want to thank Thomas Geigel. Um, I know somewhere I have a picture or two of you. I've seen a few on the internet lately, on Facebook. Your son and I used to hang out and play together when we were little kids because you and my dad were almost, I guess you guys were best friends. You were real good friends. I know I heard your name a lot. And in my years, I've heard your name a ton, especially with my Aunt Donna and my Aunt Betty. And when my dad was alive, I remember. Um, I remember you and quite a few guys being around. Louis Romo, little short-legged Louis used to run the chemical warehouse at my grandpa's business. Um, Mike Vanderpool, Tom Geigel. There was just a bunch of people that I some of their names slip me right now, and but I remember vaguely a lot of people, and I remember sharing a few times even with you after Tom, after my father passed away. If I remember right, I worked for you for a short period of time when I was getting into computers when I was young. Though that didn't work out very well. Didn't come to fruition, didn't go anywhere. But um, hey, look, I know how to use a computer. So anyways, on to what I want to talk about. A lot of you don't know me as a religious person. I keep saying I don't like to talk about religion and politics, but you know what? I want to talk about religion. I want to talk about some things, and I'm going to do it because that's who I am. I do what I want to do. I walk to the beat of my own drum, and I'm starting to learn more and more every day that God has laid out a path for me, and I will continue to follow it. That path is getting clearer and clearer every single day of my life. The more I reflect back on things that have happened in my past, the more I realize that things were laid out the way they're laid out for a reason. And I know this doesn't come from the Bible. It wasn't said by a prophet. It wasn't. Um, it's famous for its words, and it's not a Bible verse, but it's written like one. It's attached to religion, but it's also attached to recovery, and it's from recovery. So I'm going to read this to you. And I know most of you already know it, but I want to read it anyways. So here's what I bought. I bought this cross to go on my deck. And I know you can see it. It says the Serenity Prayer. It's not actually a prayer. It's just a verse written by a guy. And from what I understand, and I'm going to research a little further so that I don't look like an idiot, I believe that it was written by the head of and the creator of Alcoholics Anonymous. So it reads, God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can change, and wisdom to know the difference. I'm going to say it one more time. God grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change, courage to change the things I can, and wisdom to know the difference. I'm going to give you two perfect examples of how that prayer works. Um, the course of relationships. So first it says, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. So the things I cannot change are the way you act. Think about that. Things I cannot change are things that happen to other people, such as cancer, death. Some of us are left behind to deal with the results of diseases and heart attacks, car accidents, you name it, whatever it may be. Those are things we cannot change in life. Things we can change in life. There's only one thing in life that we can actually change. That's us, ourselves. I can't change you. You have to change you. Only you can change you. So understand, grant me the serenity to accept the things I cannot change. Grant me the courage to change the things I can. So it's asking you to be courageous about changing yourself. And what I mean by changing yourself is follow your path. Follow what's laid out for you. That takes courage. It takes courage to stand in a room and say I walk with God amongst a group of people that refute what you say. That's courage. Getting up every morning, being yourself for who you are, and walking your own path takes courage. And the wisdom to know the difference. I can't change that my father passed away, but I can reach down deep inside myself and find the courage to deal with my father passing away. So I can't change it, but I can have the courage to deal with it. But I have to recognize and have the wisdom to understand the difference between I can't change it and I can change me. So not everybody has the ability to decipher the Serenity Prayer. A lot of people have it tattooed on them, or I carry a copy of it in my wallet. I'm not saying you have to live by it. I'm not saying that I live by it. What I'm saying is in a lot of situations, it would help you to be able to recognize, I can't change this situation, but I can stand up courageously and change how I look at this situation, how I'm going to deal with this situation. And the thing is, having the wisdom to know the difference between what I can and cannot change. So, just a little something else I wanted to talk about. Peace. Like it, share it, comment on it, talk to me. Talk to me, talk to me, talk to me. I'm here. Love you guys. Because I'm Delmer Wood.